You know, guys, the last time I made a video of this nature, it was about a year ago, and it had to do with the attempt on Donald Trump's life in Butler, Pennsylvania. And ironically, sadly, tragically, a year later, here we are once again. So, of course, I'm pretty sure at this point, everybody who's going to be watching this video already knows what happened yesterday. Charlie Kirk's life was ended by an assassin, and the complete and utter shit show that has ensued it's remarkable. It's truly depressing how miserable and evil humanity truly is. Now we are seeing people getting fired for their posts on social media, which you can have whatever opinion you want to about it. You can say it's cancel culture, you can call it consequence culture, you can just not care either way. The way I look at this, I am not about cancel culture. I believe people can have their own opinions, but you cross the line when you go from disagreeing with me politically and calling for celebration an hour after a man has lost his life. Again, two little girls, I believe he had two daughters, lost their father, his wife lost her husband, and he was 31 years old. So again, I don't care what your personal opinions are of Charlie Kirk. I didn't agree with him on everything. He did not deserve what happened. Well, unfortunately for the games industry, for a lot of us who still care about our video games, who still want good games and are sick and tired of the weirdos and freaks who've infested it over the years, we have seen people like this senior Sucker Punch developer, Drew Harrison, come out celebrating his passing. And she, or he, or they, or whatever this creature is not alone. From that Park Place, the video game industry is in the spotlight again, and once again for all the wrong reasons. A senior developer at Sucker Punch Productions, the Sony-owned studio behind the Ghost of Tsushima and upcoming Ghost of Yotei, has publicly mocked the death of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, which again, at this point, I'm not even surprised by. You can see right here with her profile, Drew Imorin, personal account, views are mine. That does not matter. Again, you are representing your company. Senior staff character texture, look dev, an annoying extrovert at Sucker Punch, XILM and RNH, profile picture by Elena, Polly ENM, she/her in Seattle. So she's one of my fellow Washingtonians, apparently. You can see the poster here saying, I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. And then, of course, reposting this person, John Walker, saying he died doing what he loved, being a transphobic, racist bigot. On her personal Blue Sky account, Drew Harrison shared these posts, also reposted another message mocking Kirk in the wake of this tragic shooting. These comments weren't made by an anonymous fan or a small-time contractor. Harrison openly identifies her senior position at Sucker Punch on multiple public platforms, including her LinkedIn and ArtStation profiles. When a lead artist at one of Sony's most respected studios mocks the violent death of a political figure, the consequences ripple far beyond one X thread. And again, guys, I'm going to say this. It's not a matter of having dark humor, edgy humor. I can understand that. Look, at some point, you have to be able to take a joke and realize that people are going to deal with things different ways. What we have seen the last 24 hours is the worst of humanity celebrating the actual death of a human being who did nothing to them. It's brutal. It's despicable. Her senior role places her well above entry level. This is not an intern mouthing off. It's someone with influence on the very look and feel of a major PlayStation franchise. Says timing couldn't be worse. Harrison's comments land just as Sucker Punch prepares to release Ghost of Yotei, the successor to its smash hit Ghost of Tsushima. Instead of focusing on gameplay previews, story trailers, and launch hype, attention is shifting to one of the studio's most prominent employees publicly celebrating political violence. Now, if you do recall, this game has had a lot of controversy around it due to the hiring of Erika Ishii, the lead actress, who is a massive LGBTQ activist, very vocal, hates TERFs. Again, anybody who does not believe that a man can just magically become a woman is a trans-exclusionary radical feminist in her eyes. Now, ironically, this Drew person, if you want to get some insight into who this person is, just wander over to Blue Sky. You can see a post from Drew right here. Drew punching Nazis till I die is the profile name. Low-key jealous how I actively tried to seek out good polyamorous men for 4 years on the dating apps, and my partner, who is not even poly, starts dating me, and all the poly women come out of the woodwork, throwing their numbers at him in the wild out of nowhere. Absolute degenerate freak. So, of course, people like Fertanga pointing out, holy F, this developer who worked on Ghost of Yotei is celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. Savvy putting together all these threads of all these different developers. Because here's the thing, guys. It's not just this one person. It's not just one unhinged person. The industry is filled to the brim with thousands of these complete, insane freaks who hate you, hate me, hate anybody even remotely close to center maybe right of center. They view everybody as extremists and enemies, and they want every single one of us dead. You'll see in these threads a lot of familiar names, a lot of people that we've seen time and time again popping up all over the last year. Grum saying, Sucker Punch Senior Dev celebrates Charlie Kirk's death. Ghost of Yotei is dead to me now. It was already dead to me in the first place. Legacy Kill is saying there's also seemingly a number of game devs liking the post. Absolutely vile. Because again, remember, Blue Sky is not like X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Blue Sky, the likes are still visible. So you can see a lot of people in game dev that are still popping up here. I got sent some stuff on Discord. I said a few people to add to your list. Real Cliffy B, who mocked the seriousness of the shooting. And this, of course, would be Cliff Blazinski. And David Goldfarb, I believe his name is, who worked on the first Battlefield games, as well as Hellsinger, hoped Charlie Kirk would learn a valuable lesson about guns and then deleted it. Cliff previously reiterated his support of assassin Luigi Mangione. You can see that in these clips right here, these screenshots of them essentially mocking Charlie Kirk. Also from the Nintendo Homebrew Discord server, more lunatics celebrating Charlie Kirk's passing. And again, it's very much what you'd expect from terminally online losers who have nothing but hate in their heart. So a little update today. She has now been fired. You can see from this article from That Park Place here, senior Sucker Punch dev Drew Harrison reportedly fired after celebrating Charlie Kirk tragedy. I would do it again 100 times stronger. The fallout over a senior Sucker Punch Productions developer mocking the death of Charlie Kirk has escalated. Drew Harrison, who served as a senior staff character look dev and texture artist on Ghost of Tsushima and the upcoming Ghost of Yotei, now appears to have been fired from the Sony-owned studio. So this presents a whole list of issues for Sony, for Ghost of Yotei, for Sucker Punch, given the fact the game is coming out very soon here. People like Synth Potato posting, do the political views of developers impact your decision to buy games like Ghost of Yotei? For me personally, I really don't care what actors or developers do in their own personal accounts, the same way I didn't care for the Hogwarts Legacy controversy as well. Games are games. I responded and said political opinions and differences do not equal cheering the assassination of a political commentator. This is a retarded take, and I will die on that hill. It is one thing to say, you know what, I don't agree with this actor's takes, but I like his movies. Separate the art from the artist. That is not what we're looking at here. We are looking at people who actively hate you and me and would celebrate your death the minute they found out that you were no longer among the living. Savvy responds to a post from Grums and says, it's not enough for me that they were fired. We've seen the ridiculous rhetoric from their team and the infestation of activists. Even the main character is loony. They did this to save face, not because they're decent. My husband was originally going to get the game, and now he's not. He was their target audience. He's not the type to be online, but that behavior was unacceptable. Even he knows that person felt comfortable enough to say it publicly because those around support it. The wallets remain closed. And this is a sentiment that we're seeing even from people across the pond over in England. Harry Robinson from Lotus Eaters saying, don't buy these games, mass report the developers, file official complaints, do anything to get them dropped from their publishers and have their investment pulled. There needs to be consequences. Burner, friend of the channel, saying, you wonder why I never wanted to buy this game. Number one, the main character, Erika Ishii, is an activist. And two, we'll just read their article. Thanks, Sucker Punch dev Drew Harrison, you made sure to save my money. Legendary Drops also commenting on this, saying, I don't think they realize how much this damages the brand, puts coworkers at risk, and alienates audiences. They likely don't care. I doubt anything will happen, like with the Avowed Obsidian when their dev's ego tripped. Nothing happened because the studio shared the same values, although again, update to this, she was fired. Kate is saying, if Sucker Punch doesn't fire this dev and make a public statement, then the gaming community will make a public statement by tanking their effing sales. Guess what? They fired her, but I don't think it's going to make a difference because people have already made up their minds, I believe, on this game. And then, last but not least, Asmongold, responding to all this insanity the last 24 hours, saying, if you guys want to make a list, if I have time tomorrow, I can put them all together in a video with links to their employers. And again, that video is actually out on YouTube right now. I think Asmon dropped it about an hour ago, and we're going to go over it on a live stream tonight. I don't normally stream on Thursdays, but you know what? I'm incensed. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I want to make sense out of all this, and so I'll be online later tonight, guys. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. I know that this is more of a old school version of videos. I wanted to keep making higher quality stuff, but right now my brain is all over the place and I just want to be able to get some of this shit off my chest. So share your thoughts down below, guys, and I will see you later. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have two channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.